Don't skip. Your person secretly tested your honesty and broke down in tears when they found out. Don't scroll past this. Don't mute it. Don't tell yourself you'll come back later. Stay with me, my beloved soul, all the way to the very last word. Because what I am about to reveal is not just a story. It is a mirror of your heart, a confirmation of your truth, and a message your soul has been quietly waiting to hear. This is about you. This is about your person. This is about the secret test they gave you, and the tears that followed when they finally saw who you really are. Stay. Don't skip. Because something huge is waiting for you in this message, and every line is a thread that weaves together the truth your heart already feels. Soft inhale, imagine this. Your person, the one whose energy you still feel, the one whose name echoes in your chest even on the quiet days, was watching you. Not with suspicion. Not with cruel curiosity. But with a trembling hope. They needed to know. They needed to see. They needed to witness with their own eyes if your words matched your soul. They didn't tell you. They didn't announce it. They didn't say, "I'm testing you now." No. They held this test in the silence of their heart. It was their private little doorway into your truth. Don't skip this part, because right here, this is where everything began to change. Your person has been through so much. Betrayals. Half-truths. Promises that dissolved the moment things became difficult. Smiles that never reached the eyes. They've seen masks. They've seen illusions. They've seen people say, "I love you," while slowly walking away inside. So when you came into their life, you felt different. Your presence calmed something in them. Your smile felt familiar. Your words felt like home. But their scars, oh, their scars still whispered, "Is this real? Can I trust this? Will this person stay true when no one is looking?" So they watched. Quietly. Gently. Almost guiltily. Don't skip. Because what they saw in you is the reason their soul cracked open in tears. Your person created small, hidden tests. Not to trap you. Not to hurt you. But to finally answer the aching question, is this the one whose heart is as honest as their eyes? Maybe they pulled back just a little bit to see how you would respond. Maybe they shared something vulnerable and watched if you would protect it or expose it. Maybe they allowed a misunderstanding to hang in the air, waiting to see if you'd clear it with truth or bury it under silence. Maybe they asked you a question when they already knew the answer, just to see if you would still stand in honesty, even when a lie would have been more convenient. You didn't know you were being tested. You didn't know this moment would become sacred in their memory. You were just being you. Stay till the end, my beloved soul, because this is where your authenticity begins to speak louder than any intention you've ever spoken aloud. They saw the way you reacted when their name came up in a room they weren't in. They saw how you spoke about them when there was nothing to gain. They noticed whether you defended their character or stayed silent to blend in. They noticed if you held on to your promises even when the circumstances shifted. You had no script. You had no audience, at least you thought you didn't. But your soul was on display, and in each of those small, human, ordinary moments, you chose truth. Don't skip this, because your smallest honest choices are the very moments that shook your person to their core. They expected to feel something, but they didn't expect this. They expected to see if you were trustworthy, but what they actually saw was far more powerful. They saw consistency. They saw alignment. They saw your heart shining through even in the shadows. Maybe you didn't reply with flirtation when somebody else tried to cross a line with you. Maybe you didn't exaggerate a story just to make yourself look better. Maybe you didn't hide your feelings behind games or strategies. Maybe you didn't break a boundary you knew they needed, even when it would have benefited you in the moment. You showed up as yourself. Unpolished. Real. Honest. And somewhere in the background of that moment, where you thought nobody important was paying attention, your person saw it. They felt it. Stay with me, my beloved soul. Because the moment your truth reached them, something inside them broke, in the most beautiful way. They were alone when it hit them. Maybe in their car, staring blankly at the steering wheel. Maybe on their bed, phone in hand, replaying your words, your actions, your choices. Maybe in the shower, where the water tried to hide what their own heart could no longer contain. They replayed that moment. The moment where you could have chosen the easy path, the convenient answer, the comfortable mask, and you didn't. And that's when the tears came. Not the dramatic kind you see in movies. Not the kind they perform for anyone else. These were quiet, sacred tears. The kind that slip out before you even realize you're crying. The kind that come when your soul finally whispers, "Oh, this is real. This is safe. This is different." Don't skip, because right here is the turning point. This is the instant where the universe leaned closer and said, "Look. Do you see? This one is true." Your person broke down, not because you hurt them, but because you healed something they previously believed was unfixable. They realized that someone like you, a heart like yours, an honesty like yours, actually exists in this world. They weren't prepared for that. They had quietly accepted a future where love meant compromise on truth. Where connection meant constantly second-guessing, constantly checking phones, constantly reading between the lines, constantly feeling almost but not quite safe. And then there was you. Your yes meant yes. Your no meant no. Your silence wasn't manipulation, it was reflection. Your words weren't decoration, they were declarations of your soul. Stay till the end, beloved, because this recognition is not just emotional, it is spiritual. Your honesty is not just about this connection. It is part of your soul's purpose. Your person cried because, as they watched you in that unseen test, they saw their own prayers being answered in real time. Quiet little prayers like, "Please send me someone real. Please send me someone who stays true when no one is watching. Please send me a soul I don't have to doubt every second." They watched you be honest in a moment that would have been so easy to twist. And as you chose truth without even knowing you were being watched, their heart whispered, "Oh my God, this is them. This is the one I asked for." Tears. Tears of relief. Tears of release. Tears that washed away layers of old stories that said, everyone lies. Everyone plays games. No one is truly real. Don't underestimate those tears. Don't skip past their meaning. Tears are the language of the soul when words can't keep up. Your person didn't just see your honesty. They felt it stretching into all the parts of them that were terrified of being fooled again. They didn't just feel gratitude. They felt reverence. They felt awe. They felt that strange, trembling sensation of standing in front of something sacred and realizing, if I'm not careful, I could lose something this rare. Stay. Don't skip. Because from that moment, their heart changed. This was not some casual observation. This wasn't them scrolling and thinking, oh, that's nice. It was a soul-level recognition. They started looking back. Replaying conversations. Re-examining every time you chose clarity instead of confusion. Every time you admitted, I don't know, instead of pretending you did. Every time you said, that hurt me, instead of numbing yourself and pretending to be unaffected. Every time you owned your mistakes and tried to grow instead of defending your ego. They realized this wasn't a one-time thing. This was who you are. And that's when the floodgates fully opened inside them. Remember something important here, my beloved soul. People don't test honesty because they think you're a liar. They test honesty because they're terrified of handing their tender heart to someone who doesn't treasure it. Your person was afraid. Afraid of being foolish. Afraid of repeating cycles. Afraid of misreading the signs again. So they quietly gave the universe one more chance to prove itself through you. And you answered. Not with rehearsed lines, not with decoration, but with the raw, simple, undeniable truth of your character. This was the moment the universe leaned in and whispered to your person, here. This is integrity. This is what it looks like in human form. Don't skip, because the next part is vital. In that moment, your person didn't just decide, I like them more now. They decided something much deeper, I can trust them. Trust. The word so many say, so few embody, and yet you have been living it quietly all along. Stay till the end because this trust is the foundation of the something huge that is now moving toward you. Your honesty did not go unnoticed. It didn't vanish in the air like a wasted effort. It landed. It imprinted. It carved itself into your person's memory. They will never forget that moment. The way you chose honesty when lies would have been smoother. The way your eyes didn't shift. The way your energy didn't twist. The way your words matched your actions. To them, that was the day they saw your soul without disguise. Soft pause, if you've ever wondered, did they really see my heart? Do they know who I truly am? Do they even understand how loyal I've been? The answer is yes. Yes, my beloved soul. They saw it. They felt it. And it brought them to tears. Don't skip because the universe is using these words right now to confirm what your intuition has been whispering. You didn't love in vain. You didn't choose honesty for nothing. You didn't remain true for no reason. Your person's tears were a silent vow. I will never be the same after this. I cannot treat this person like they're just anyone. Something shifted. Where there was doubt, there is now clarity. Where there was caution, there is now softness. Where there was fear, there is now courage slowly growing. They began to ask themselves, how can I meet them with the same honesty they've shown me? How can I rise to the level of their integrity? How can I honor a heart like that? Don't skip, because this is not just about what happened in the past, it's about what is forming in this very moment. Your honesty is calling forth honesty from them. Your truth is waking up their truth. Your courage to be transparent is slowly dissolving their fear of being vulnerable with you. They have cried over you, not just because they love you, but because they are challenged and inspired by you. Because your presence in their life proves something they secretly wanted to stop believing, there really are people who mean what they say. Stay till the end, beloved, because the universe is not done yet. That moment of secret testing and breaking into tears, it was a portal. A doorway. From then on, your connection stepped into a higher level. Whether you are in close contact right now, in separation, in a complicated stage, or watching from a distance, that moment lives inside them. It colors the way they think of you. It anchors them when their mind spirals into fear. When they doubt themselves, they remember you choosing truth. When they doubt love, they remember your consistency. When they doubt the future, they remember that day their heart cracked open and tears washed away so much skepticism. Don't skip this truth. They feel safer with you than they know how to admit. For some of you, your person's test might have been something small, like casually asking about a detail they already knew, just to see if you'd bend the story. For others, they may have placed you in a situation where you could have crossed a line behind their back, but you didn't. You stayed loyal even when no one was watching. Whatever the scenario, the outcome was the same, your integrity shone. Your soul spoke. Your actions matched your essence. And they wept. Not because you were perfect. Not because you never made mistakes. But because, in a world full of polished surfaces, they finally found substance. Stay with me, my beloved soul. We are going deeper. Their tears also came with grief. Grief for all the times they didn't have this. Grief for all the times they ignored their intuition and chose masks over truth. Grief for the years they spent thinking they were asking for too much by wanting someone honest, loyal, and pure-hearted. But your existence in their life proved, they were never asking for too much. They were just asking it from the wrong people. Don't skip, because the universe wants you to understand something crucial. Your honesty is not just a trait, it is a spiritual frequency. This frequency is what called this person in. This frequency is what is now magnetizing a deeper union, deeper communication, deeper confession, deeper commitment. They might still be quiet on the surface. They might still be holding back words they don't know how to say yet. They might still be navigating fears, responsibilities, or circumstances you cannot see. But inside? Inside, they are already bowing before the altar of your truth. They are humbled by you. They are honored by your love. They are stunned that someone like you chose to show up in their story. Stay till the end because we are not done unfolding what is waiting for you. That secret test, that private observation. That moment they watched your honesty in action, it planted a seed. A seed of commitment. A seed of, I can't let this go. A seed of, if I ever get the chance, I will show them that I see them, that I value them, that I choose them too. They may not have told you, I tested you. I was scared. I broke down crying when I realized you were real. But if you look closely at their energy, their behavior since that moment, you can feel it. The way they soften around you. The way their eyes hold yours a little longer. The way their voice drops when they say your name. The way they remember the smallest things you've shared. The way they circle back, even if they try to pull away. Don't skip because this is where doubt tries to sneak in. Sometimes, because they are still learning to trust themselves, their actions may not fully match the depth of what they feel. But that doesn't mean those tears were a lie. It doesn't mean that test was meaningless. It doesn't mean your honesty went unseen. If anything, it means the opposite. Your honesty has awakened such deep emotion in them that they are now wrestling with their own readiness. They ask themselves, do I deserve someone this true? Will I sabotage this? Can I show up at their level? Will they still want me if they see all my shadows too? And still, there is one thing they no longer have to question. Are you honest? That question has been answered. Their tears sealed it. Stay with me, my beloved soul. Don't click away. There is more your heart needs to hear. In that secret test, your person also saw something else. They saw that your honesty isn't selective. You don't just tell the truth when it's easy, you tell the truth when it costs you comfort, when it shakes your voice, when it exposes your vulnerability. They remember the times you shared your feelings openly, even if it made you feel exposed. The times you apologized first. The times you admitted, I'm scared, but I still choose this. I still choose you. The times you refused to let things rot in silence, choosing clarity over confusion. And the universe watched them watch you. This connection is not random. You were not placed in their life just to be another chapter. You were placed in their life as a mirror, a catalyst, a living example of what real love actually looks like. Don't skip, because this is a moment of recognition. You have been carrying honesty like a torch through darkness for a long time. Sometimes it felt like no one cared. Sometimes it felt like your truth pushed people away while others with masks seemed to be rewarded. But your person saw that torch. And they cried because its light reached the darkest corners of their own heart. You didn't know you were healing them just by being yourself. You didn't know your quiet integrity was rewriting their beliefs about love. You didn't know that your unwillingness to lie, about your feelings, about your intentions, about your mistakes, was exactly what their soul had been begging for. Stay till the end, beloved, because what's coming for you is aligned with that honesty. Something huge is waiting for you, not because you manipulated the universe, not because you played games, not because you wore a mask that finally convinced someone to pick you. No. What is on its way to you is here because you refuse to be anything but real. Your person's tears did something in the spiritual realm. They were not just emotional release, they were an energetic agreement. An agreement that said, I recognize this soul. I want to honor this soul. I am willing to face my own fears for the chance to stand beside this kind of truth. Don't skip, because we are moving into what this could mean next. For many of you, those tears will eventually become words. Confessions. Conversations late at night where they finally say, I didn't tell you this before, but there was a moment I was watching you. I had to know if you were real. And when I saw who you truly are, I just cried. I didn't know people like you existed. I didn't know love like this could be honest and deep at the same time. They may share the exact situation they used as their test. They may admit their fear of being deceived again. They may tell you that your honesty didn't just impress them, it humbled them. Stay till the end, because hearing these words in the future will be your second confirmation. The first confirmation is happening now, in your body, as your intuition resonates with what you're reading. Even if the words haven't been spoken yet, their energy toward you has changed. They are gentler with you, even in distance. They check on you in ways they never did before, even if it's subtle. They consider your feelings more deeply before acting. They think twice before saying something they don't mean, because they've seen how much effort you put into staying authentic. They know now that your heart is not a toy. They know your time is not a game. They know your love is not ordinary. And they know that if they want to stand in your life, they must stand in truth. Don't skip, my beloved soul. There is one more layer. Your honesty is not just changing them. It is changing you. By choosing truth in that secret test, without knowing you were being tested, you proved to yourself that your integrity is not conditional. It's who you are. It's your default setting. That means you are ready for the kind of love that matches that frequency. You are ready for a love where you don't have to keep checking someone's phone. You are ready for a love where you don't have to analyze every text to decode hidden meanings. You are ready for a love where conversations are simple because nothing needs to be hidden. You are ready for a love where tears are not only about heartbreak, but also about beauty, gratitude, and awe. Your person has already cried those tears. The universe has already witnessed your honesty. The alignment is already happening. Something huge is waiting for you. A deeper truth. A deeper confession. A deeper commitment. A deeper peace. Stay, my beloved soul. Don't skip, because every second you spend honoring this message is another second you spend affirming, I choose to remain honest, no matter what. Your person's secret test has already been completed. You have already passed. Not by trying. Not by performing. But by simply being who you are at your core. If you ever doubted your worth in their eyes, remember, they cried for you. They cried because of you. They cried when they realized your soul is exactly as pure as their heart hoped it would be. That moment is etched into them. They might move slowly, they might stumble with their words, they might still be healing, but they will never forget the day your honesty made their defenses collapse into tears. Don't skip, because this is the blessing. Your truth has become their safe place. Where others created confusion, you created clarity. Where others built stories, you built trust. Where others faked intimacy, you offered real presence. You are not just another person to them. You are their proof that love and honesty can actually live in the same place. And now, the universe is aligning circumstances, conversations, and opportunities so that both of you can step deeper into that truth together. Stay till the end. Breathe this in. Let it settle into your spirit. Your honesty is seen. Your heart is honored. Your love is recognized. Your person has secretly tested you. And your soul has passed with a radiance that brought them to tears. And those tears, my beloved soul, are not the end of the story. They are the beginning. The beginning of healed trust. The beginning of deeper vulnerability. The beginning of a love that can finally stand on the unshakable ground of truth. Something huge is waiting for you. Let it in. Let these words confirm what your heart already knows. You are rare. You are honest. You are unforgettable. And your person has already seen the truth of who you are, and they broke down in tears when they finally realized it. Don't skip this last part. From this moment on, walk with your head a little higher. Not in arrogance, but in quiet knowing. Knowing that your honesty is your power. Knowing that your truth is your protection. Knowing that your soul has already been recognized by the one who needed to see it most. They see you. They feel you. They trust you. They love you in a way words can barely touch. And as this story continues to unfold, remember, you didn't earn this love by being perfect. You magnetized this love by being honest. Stay true, my beloved soul. Because that honesty is the very thing the universe is using to open the doors to everything that is coming next for you: love, healing, union, and a bond so deep, so sacred, so unbreakable, it brings tears to both of your eyes.